Today I'm going to show you how I embroider on the front of a cap with the Ricoma Creator. So the Ricoma Creator is like a step above the EM1010. If you notice, the Creator has the 10.1 inch touchscreen, and it also has the Wi-Fi capability, so I can send the design from my laptop straight to the Creator. So that's a feature that I really love the most, that I could just like boop, send it over without needing to connect anything. For some reason, at the beginning of my embroidery journey, I was always so scared to do hats. I don't know, it just felt really complicated. So I was just like, I'll just wait to learn. But you know what? I got it down now. I feel like I've done enough hats so I can show you how I do it. And if you're in the same situation, like you're kind of scared to do caps, you don't want to ruin it, I got a whole bunch of hats from the store down the street that had them for $2. So I did a lot of practicing, and now I'm like super excited to get hat orders because I could do it now. And today I'm going to show you how I hoop it and put it into the machine. If you're intimidated to start doing hats, now you can do it because honestly, it's not that bad. Before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Michelle and I am the creator behind Lily Rose Craft Room. And if you're into embroidery, laser cutting, craft reviews, make sure you're subscribed to my channel because we do all that here. And also, a goal for this year is that I want to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Tap the notifications bell so you guys don't miss out on any new videos. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is switch out the attachment. So this one right here is the cap attachment, and this one that's already installed is for my flats. So there's a screw right here that you need to remove. It's a thumb screw. And then there's two screws right here. You need to be careful. Do not remove this one because this attachment will fall off. Like everything will just come apart. And I have done that before. I accidentally removed this one instead of that one. And I was like, no. Yeah, that was not good. I had to figure out how to put it back together, but luckily I did. So this one needs to be removed, and this one. So let's do that. So I'm taking off this one first. And then the next one right here. And then we're gonna lift it up and take it out, and be careful not to hit these. Save the little thumb screws because we need it for this one. So now we're gonna put on the cap attachment. There is wheels right here. I don't know if you can see these little slider wheels. So this right here under the bobbin is kind of like a rail where the wheels are gonna slide right inside of those. So let me put those on so you can see. All right, so now we're gonna see our wheels, and we're gonna put them like that so it can go in. And once they're on the rail, it just slides in. And then we gotta lift it, and there's two little prongs right here, this one and one over here. We gotta make sure that they go inside the hole like that, and then the screws go in the next hole over here. So I'm just gonna screw that in like this. Same with the other one here on this side. And that's how you attach the cap attachment. It's really easy. So this is my hooping station. I have it hooked on the side of my desk. And this is the stabilizer that I like to use. It's the Richword. And I just cut them into like little pieces. So I could just put right here. And this is a bobbin that I'm also using too. It's a magnetic bobbin. And ever since I switched to magnetic, I've had no issues with like stitching. I used to get a lot of like thread breaks, and it was mainly the bobbin. But ever since I switched to magnetic bobbins, it's just been smooth sailing since. So I'll never go back. Magnetic all the way. So let me put this right here on my cap driver, and let's get the hat on there. Okay, right now I kind of wish that I had those meta glasses so I can like show you like this way, and when I move around you can see. But I don't have those meta glasses, so I'm gonna film the best way I can possibly because this part right here is important. So I'm going to put the tearaway stabilizer right here, and then with the hat we're going to flip this part out, and we're gonna feed this part under here. So let's see. Okay, and one thing that I did learn that I didn't know is that you don't need the whole thing all the way inside. You just need it just barely holding on. So I'm going to wiggle it in. Just like that. All right, now I'm gonna pop this over here, and there's little teeth along the side of this. So we're gonna make sure that the teeth are just grabbing on the brim of the hat. Just like that. We're gonna make sure that this little hoop right here is hooked onto this hoop under, and we're just going to pull this back and it's hoop. All right, so next I'm gonna clip the back of the hat into these little bars that were here. When you buy the Ricoma, they give you these little hat clips. So I'm just going to pull it tight right here and clip it in like that. I usually use 2 on each side and 1 right here. And then we're gonna go on the other side and do the same. All right, same with this side. I'm just going to pull it like that. And my other clip, just like that. All right, now that we have everything hooped and clipped, there's little buttons right here. There's 3 of them, one for my thumb, for my ring finger, and my other thumb. You just press them and it releases it just like that. So now we have it hooped. Let's move on to the computer. I wanna show you how I send over the design to the creator. This is the design that I'm gonna be using. I got it from Etsy from Blue Gem Embroidery. And I really love her files because she always tests her files before she lists them, and they always stitch out beautifully. And then also the thing with hat stitching is that you have to start stitching from the bottom up to the side, or else it's gonna pucker. So you can't just put any embroidery on the hat. It needs to be specifically designed for a hat. Just like this one, so if I'm playing it, it's starting from the bottom, going up to the side. And this prevents puckering on the hat or like warping it. It's got to start from the bottom up. So next, I'm just going to put the colors just to visualize it. I still need to change my thread colors, but this is how I want it to be. The bottom is going to be red and the top of it is going to be black thread. Like that. Wait, where'd it go? Like that. Before I put the hat inside the embroidery machine, I like to print the test print. That way I can place it on top of the hat and just get it like perfectly centered. So I'm just going to print it. And then to send it over to the machine, all I have to do is select this, that little button, and then this little screen pops up and I hit send and it sends just like that automatically. So now let's go over to the Ricoma machine and set it up. All right, so for the hoop, I already have the hat selected, but all you have to do is select hoop. And they already have this one right here preset for you, the cap. All you have to do is select it and okay. And then next, we are going to select the design. Right here, select design. And then we're just gonna scroll down and find the one that it just sent over, which is right here. And then let's select that. And there it is. Okay, so this is how it prints out. And then I just cut my little stencil design. And it prints the same size that it's going to stitch. So that's why I like it. Okay, like that. And then I take a little tool and I make a hole like right in the center. That way I can mark it with my pen. Like that. And I have my other ones too. I always save them, like for my other hat orders. Right here, and I just save them off to the side, and that way I have my stencil here. Okay, so next I put it right here, and I could, the center is obviously gonna be the seam of the hat, but I wanna know how high I want it. So I'm just gonna put it right here and kind of just eyeball it. Okay, I think that'll look good. And then I use a, they have specific like marking pencils. Where did mine go? So they have specific marking pens like for embroidery, but I just use a white color pencil that I got from my kids' art station. So that's what I use. It is just like a really tiny mark just so I can visually see, and it comes off after. So I'm just gonna put it right there and then just mark right here. That way I can see that it's right here, and that's where I'm going to aim my red laser dot right there. Before I start any embroidery, I like to clean my bobbin area. So I use this little air blower thing, and I have my little screwdriver to unscrew it, a little brush to clean it out, and some oil. So let me do that so you can see. I do this, take out the bobbin, put it right here, and then I unscrew this little screw here. And then I'm just gonna brush it out and also blow air at the same time. All right, next I'm gonna use this little oiler that I have. It's an oil pen. So I got these on Amazon if you guys are interested. I like using this because you can refill it. Like if you open this, you can squirt some oil in there and you press this and it releases oil like that. Okay, so I'm gonna oil my area, drop right there, drop over here. And having this pen is just like really easy. And I'm gonna oil in here. All right, next we're gonna put the bobbin back in, just like that. Close it up and put the top back on. So this is a 10 needle embroidery machine, and I reserved the last 3 needles specifically for cap embroidery. So these needles are the 9014 Grosbecker titanium needles. They're these. And then the rest of them are the 9511s, and I reserved these specifically for the flat embroidery. So if you have a multi-needle embroidery, it's really good to like reserve a couple needles for like different type of like material that you're embroidering. That way you don't have to keep switching out the needles every time like you need to, you know, embroider on something different. So like I said, these specifically I reserve for cap embroidery. So now I'm going to change the thread because I want black and red over here. The thread that I like to use is the Richword embroidery thread, and I have been using it for a couple months now, and it's been working amazing. So I'm gonna switch that black one and the red one over here because these 3 are the needles specifically for hats. Okay, I have the machine threaded now. There's the black and the red. So now I'm gonna change it here. We're gonna go on select color. We're gonna match the thread color because we changed number 9 is red. So we're gonna hit next. We're gonna change that to red. And then number 8, we're gonna change that to the black. Just like that, done. And then we're going to add the color stop. So the bottom was gonna be the red, and the top one is going to be the black. Perfect. So we're going to hit save. On the stitch per minute, I'm going to keep it at 550. Typically, you could embroider hats at 600 speed. I like to keep it at 550. Or if it's like a intricate, complex design or like tiny letters, I like to lower it all the way to 400. But for this text, it should be fine with 550. So next we're gonna load our hat and we're gonna get started. Next, I'm gonna put the hat inside the embroidery machine and I'm gonna rotate it to the right so the bill doesn't hit the machine. We're gonna put it in like that. And then we're going to rotate it back up. And then we're gonna press it in. And then you could tap on these little tabs. If they don't go down, that means it's nice and secure. All of them look good. And now we're going to frame it and then we'll get started. Okay, I can see my little mark right here, my little white mark just right there. So I want the laser to be in the seam. So I'm just going to rotate it a little bit. And it also needs to go a little bit down more. There, that way it's right on my white dot right there. Next, I'm gonna put it in embroidery mode. So I'm gonna select that. Okay, now we can frame it. I'm just going to trace the design. Before I trace the design, I'm gonna hold the presser foot down and I just wanna make sure that it's not gonna be hitting the metal piece, because if it is, then we're gonna have to adjust the design. So I'm gonna press trace area. Okay, it's not hitting, we're good. All right, now we're ready to get started. Next, we're gonna go home and hit start. Here we go. Here it goes. And for the speed that we have it, it's gonna take about 15 minutes, and it's 5,000 stitch count, 5,572. We got about 7 seconds left. And when it's done, I love this noise it makes. Successful, no issues. All right, let's take it out and clean it up. Okay, to take it out, we just press these buttons here on the side, the three of them, the three tabs. And then we turn it and take it out. How cool! Ooh, I'm excited about this one. All right, all that's left to do is take out the clips. Let's take it out and then we're gonna clean it up. Open this little tab right here. Here it is. How cool is that? I love cap embroidery. So now since this is tear away, we're just going to tear it away. And then any like little loose pieces, I just like to take my little scissors and just clean it up. All right, here is the finished look. It came out awesome. The stitches, everything came out beautiful. And this text right now, like this style text, is really popular right now on Etsy. And the sun's coming out, the sun is shining, so hats are gonna be back in season soon. All right, that is it for today's video. If you guys found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. That all helps my channel grow. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year, and I think we can do it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.